Hey there guys, welcome back to what is most likely the final episode of the second trial.
Kirumi's glove?
It's actually funny, I remember that whenever I saw that glove, I actually stopped and looked to see who was wearing black, and all of my primary suspects, all four of them, were wearing black, and I was like, well, that's not very helpful.
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded.
That's a decent point, although Miyu also was wearing black gloves.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and it fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi.
And Miyu, we just said that.
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm? The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now.
That's true.
We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
That is a very fair point.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Again, though, if that's the case, why the hell wasn't Kirumi, like, at 8 o'clock there to get her glove back out? Like, the inner tube is one thing, but, like, direct evidence like that?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
What do you think is wrong? In the end, I'm just like them, scared of revealing the truth. Because it means someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. She faced the truth and doubted it, but kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Okay, now we get to make a comic strip. This is probably my favorite part of the whole thing. Friction on the glove? Like... I'm a little confused. This is panel 1, but this is like when the thing happened. What was used for thin, long... Where in the gym was the rope tied? For the murder, what was placed in the fifth as handcuffs? What was taken from the pool? Was used as the ropeway. The embrace was tougher than expected. His body carried to. Is this it? Okay, that's friction on the glove. Well, okay, can I get other things? Okay, that's how you do it. Is that... There we go. Rubber inner tube. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay. Handcuffed victim. I guess that's the handcuffs. Carried the rope. Thin, long item the culprit took from the gym. Okay, the piranha tank lid. And then we've got Jim's window frame and rope. The evidence made of metal piranhas didn't eat. That's that. Piranha swimming in the tank. Where in the gym was the rope tied. Jim's window frame and... I guess that... This is such a weird way of doing it. I kind of like the old version better. Was used transport. Is that it? That kind of feels like it wouldn't be it. Hanging inner tube.
This is the truth of the case.
I kind of some of those actually felt wrong, but okay.
The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape.
That is true. I remember.
When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around
We
him.
did indeed. It's interesting that because usually they walk through the crime. In this case, they're starting with when we saw, like, where we were involved.
Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body.
That's actually an
All that was
interesting
left
point.
were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing.
If they had simply allowed the piranhas to eat the body without bothering with the partition, would the murder have never been discovered, or like how would that have worked?
That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m.
Well, the crime didn't. The setup
While
for the crime.
preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank.
Yes, indeed.
Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window.
Because the ladder's already set there because she was hanging the curtain, right?
Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool.
I do
These
like this section
preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate
because it really,
plan.
in the event there was anything that you'd miss in the trial,
At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind.
really, we never saw any evidence of that.
Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists.
Interesting, that angle makes it look like it's going to be behind his head, but it shouldn't be based on what we've seen. Because when he died, they were definitely in front of him. Oh no, he's laying on his back. Never mind.
And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool.
It's kind of funny when you think about it, because if Kirumi had just walked into Ryoma's place and drowned him and left, there would be no evidence left behind, and we'd be like, well, someone did it, but there'd be nothing.
And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing.
Inner tube.
The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope.
Yep.
Pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube.
Another length of rope that we never found. Actually, no, there was a length of rope attached to the inner tube, wasn't there? I'd forgotten about that.
They hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves.
It's kind of interesting to think, what if the friction actually caused the other rope to break? That, I mean, granted, they've just been executed by the exosols. It would be kind of a funny. I almost wonder if there's ever going to be like a botched killing in these games.
But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube.
Actually, wait, here's a problem. Because they have to get the rope into the lab, but if they untie the rope, it's still tied on the other side.
But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool.
I love the little exclamation marks.
Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime.
Why does he have like cat eyes? He's almost got like whiskers under his eyes or something. It's weird.
Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
We did it, guys. We solved the mystery.
Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
Yeah, your conclusion will kill me. I object.
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
I request that you tell us the truth. Bullshit.
Kirumi.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
Well, I'm sure she didn't think about the friction thing. Or...
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
God damn it, Kokichi.
So, it's decided.
It is decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
We don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
The culprit already admitted.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off. It's voting time!
Why does it do? I mean, obviously we know who it is. I don't even know why that's there. To make sure I'm paying attention.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
She voted for me. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, I guess that is correct.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
What do you mean who will be chosen? You just showed us the results. All rise. I'll retry minus 7,000. I still got our A rank, which is surprising.
Oh my!
You all voted correctly. What an unexpected, unpredictable outcome. The blackened who killed Ryoma Hoshi was Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
Thank goodness.
Well, we managed to get through a class trial again.
You gotta be kidding me!
But there's nothing good about this at all. Well, why did it have to be Kirumi?
Yeah.
Truly, this was unexpected to me as well. So, like,
Wait!
Stop. The one thing that this was a good trial, and I liked that everything was there. I knew there were certain flaws in my theory. The only thing, and I think this is going to be a recurring thing, that I don't like is the perjury mechanic. And the reason I don't like it is because the perjury mechanic is introduced whenever the evidence, whenever there's the conclusion which no piece of evidence exists to contradict, but is wrong. And so the perjury mechanic is introduced in order to cause the trial to keep going, in order to find the actual truth. The problem with it, and the reason I don't like it, is that when I'm trying to figure out the crime, I'm going, if I arrive at the conclusion that perjury is going to be used for, there's nothing there for me to let me know that my conclusion is wrong. All the evidence supports that conclusion, which is why perjury is needed in the actual trial. Because, my thought process was that the crime had to happen before, 10 o'clock. And, which is one of the, at 10 o'clock, but then also after 10 o'clock because they couldn't go in the pool because there was stuff left behind. And which is what led me to Miyu and her flying machine, because she could at least get into the gym. The fact that it was done much later and therefore freed some people up to do it is very critical information that I didn't have. So it's like, it's still good. I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna say the trial was unfair. There definitely were pieces of information that I couldn't like work out. I completely forgot there was even a rope in the gym, and you know, the whole ropeway thing, I got fixated on the fact because I thought they threw Ryomi out the window into the pool below, and that's why I kept talking about, there's this thing on the window of Ryomi's lab, I don't know why it's there, and it just, I never got past that. So admittedly, most of not getting it is my fault, but I am slightly frustrated that the theory I had was good and all of the evidence supported it. And the only reason it ended up being wrong is because in the trial we decided to randomly lie. Frustrating. But you know what? Like I said, good trial. It got me. Good job on it. I still like my theory. I think my theory was the best that I could. I shouldn't say the best, because there were pieces of evidence it didn't account for. But I thought my theory was really good. That's all I'm saying.
No way.
But Gonta no can believe it. Kirumi was so helpful for everyone. Same Kirumi is also Gonta, I'm sorry to tell you this, man, but you know, people change. There are people have multiple facets.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, how long have you been lying to us?
The truth is
that why you took such good care of us, so you could deceive everyone? You mean she's not my mom?
Hey!
Man, she never was your fucking mom.
Damn it.
Hey, tell me, why? You're always thinking about everyone around. How could you kill someone? Human beings have always been selfish, self-centered creatures. This is why I hell hate humans. They burn down the forests we call home. They pollute the rivers we drink from. I'll never forgive humans.
no way!
But is that a reason to destroy? Some humans are really nice, and we're stuffed animals.
Shut up!
Say,
Well, Kirumi, were your feelings towards us simply another falsehood?
How?
Say it ain't so. Was that just another lie too?
No.
What?
How would you know? That's not her voice at all. I can't say for certain. Or since this trial's been agonizing for her. You can't say for certain, hmm? Well, that is what a detective would say. Kirumi, are you upset? Because of the people important to you? Yeah, there's someone out on the outside she has to serve. Earlier, Kirumi mentioned she had accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from someone important in her motive video?
What's wrong?
Do you have nothing to say for yourself?
I do not agree.
It's just that I'm lost. Because if I tell you why I did it, you will regret what you have just done.
Damn.
Well, spit it out already, otherwise we can't accept the outcome.
Please!
I care about you. I know the others care about you too.
Understood.
Then you're also desperate to know.
I shall take that request.
I shall consider this a final request and tell you everything.
well, you know.
Yes,
I understand.
that is correct.
Your reasoning was exactly right. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw in my motive video. As I thought, you did indeed watch your video. So did someone actually make a request to her in the video? Alright, fess up. Close your eyes and raise your hand if it was you.
What are you saying?
Why would the one raising their hand need to close their eyes?
May I?
I did not need to trade my motive video with anyone. Huh? You didn't trade the video? Because she got it naturally?
Hey,
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
Huh?
You mean she had her own motive video from the start?
Yes.
Correct. No one had my motive video but me, the video's intended recipient. I have no idea why.
The fuck's going on?
That's not... Monokuma, what the hell's going on?
Huh?
You know, I meant to bring this up earlier because it's been bugging me for a while. All this talk about the videos being switched, what does that mean exactly? Don't, you're the one who switched up all the motive videos.
No.
No, I didn't.
Oh!
Was I not supposed to ask that? Did you come screw up again?
huh?
Not supposed to.
Dumbass!
It's all Monephane's fault. She passed them out without checking the names. I didn't. Montaro should have checked the names too. I don't even remember passing out any videos. It was my fault.
Yeah?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
I should have been more careful.
No.
No, Mon, it's not your fault.
Okay. Yeah?
Well, it seems I misunderstood. I
Yeah!
believe you forgot that the plan all along was to redistribute the videos.
Daddy! Hey,
It's not your fault at all, kids. It's my fault for forgetting.
Father!
What?
The hell's this mushy feel-good crap?
You stupid.
Y'all idiots. I'm through getting along with you dummy bears.
Well now.
I'm sorry to cause so much trouble. Please continue your boring conversation.
I see.
Monica's merely distributed the motive videos at random. See, my own video was nothing more than bad luck.
Oh, I see.
So you just watched it without knowing why it was given to you? Yeah, what was in your video?
What's wrong?
What? You promised to tell us everything.
Yes.
I'll tell you the truth, but I doubt everyone will believe it.
So,
That's right.
Hurry before Dad gets bored again. Perhaps the truth will be easier to believe if you witness it with your own eyes.
all right. Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video.
I love Monokuma's voice so damn much.
Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request.
That is true.
One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients. The Prime
Whoops.
Minister
Did not
had a
mean to do that.
request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country.
And she hired a whole bunch of people in there to bow to her.
He asked Kirumi to
Make this country great again.
and transferred all his authority to her.
What the hell? Kurumi's Trump?
No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country. And over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister. Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom. Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders.
Well, she didn't do all that great of a job if the, event happened.
But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill.
That's not true. She only accepts requests that she can fulfill, not only she. She's not gonna be like, oh, sorry, no, I'm not the only one in the, world that can make tea, fuck off.
She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
Interesting, it hasn't happened yet.
Huh?
It can't be.
What?
The hell? The Prime Minister?
Yes.
Everything you saw is true. Although I only remembered it upon watching the video.
Wait!
Please, oh, the video is true?
What is this?
That's ridiculous. There's no way the Kurumi's really the Prime Min-
I do not agree.
It is the truth. I already told you this. I'm Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. And the most important people to me
This is my selfless devotion.
are the citizens of this country.
I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past. But he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request.
And then you got abducted.
As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What did I do?
You're literally confusing the shit out of me because it makes no sense. I gotta take a dump.
I see.
So Kirumi was the real Prime Minister, running the country behind the scenes. Huh? How can you seriously believe that a high school could be a Prime Minister?
You really don't get it.
I don't think his odd and ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Keyboy's talent is to pretend to be human, even though he's a heartless robot.
How rude.
That's robophobic!
I see.
Well, good luck, I guess.
Incredible.
I was aware of Kurumi's impressive talents, but Prime Minister...
But...
She hold burden of country's future?
Actually,
No video suck. Kirumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like this.
yoo-hoo!
I get Kurumi's really important, but what was that unprecedented crisis?
I do not know.
Well, they said it was about to happen, so obviously we don't know yet. With our memories lost.
That's...
Wait, isn't this just like the ultimate
That
hunt?
is correct. Huh?
The ultimate hunt is connected to the unprecedented crisis facing the nation? If that's true, how are they connected? What's the ultimate hunt anyway?
I do not know.
I am here. I do not know what's happening to the nation. I'm here inside the end wall. That is why I needed to know. People needed to know the most important people in my life were safe.
This is my selfless devotion.
Because I am honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation.
My apologies.
And that is why I needed to escape.
If so...
So you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation.
But...
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's not surprising. There's just too many lives at stake out there. And we just stopped Kirumi from doing that because we were selfishly wanted to live.
I don't like that.
What did we do? Did we just make a terrible mistake? Everyone outside dies because Kirumi is dead.
Why?
Doesn't that mean we pretty much destroy the country? Man, if only I was an evil overlord.
Wait!
Say, what's Monokuma planning to do with the rest of humanity? You know how many people live in this? Like 100 million, easy.
Always messing around.
I'll probably ask why it is. There's no way you could really.
Bears do not lie.
You're not Monodam.
Bears do not lie.
One of you is Monodam.
Hey,
I'm the ruler of this world. Nothing's beyond my power.
Huh?
100%.
It's 100% a lot. It's possible that you could bring disaster to a country.
What are you trying to pull?
What's so funny?
cuz.
You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're all terrified anyway.
Shing.
If you can't believe it, you're terrified for no reason. Why do humans lie? Why are humans the only animal that tells lies?
Shut up!
Hey, man, cut it out. This is serious.
Oh?
I think I'm gonna keep talking about Kirumi.
Dang it.
Let's talk about Ryoma. It'd be a shame to completely neglect him.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we know you're rid of. Why did you kill Ryoma specifically?
That is.
Because he was easy to kill.
Huh?
Weird!
Ryoma not. We use Shikuchi myth. Even Gonta no could catch.
I do not agree.
His physical strength is irrelevant when he did not have a reason to live.
Do you agree?
Without that, he became the weakest among us.
Huh?
I took advantage of his weakness and killed him. What do you mean?
That is.
I told him I had an urgent matter to discuss and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. There, I revealed my motive video, and afterwards I told
That is
him
correct.
I'm responsible for the life of every citizen of this nation, so I must escape this place.
Got it.
So, you've got a reason to survive. That's the complete opposite of me. That's good.
You're...
If you've got something to live for, that means your life has value. After he said that, he told me he would clean up the tennis balls lying around.
And then, he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified.
You are filled with determination.
A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
That's why I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people.
Then...
Ryoma knew he was going to be killed.
But...
It's Maki's fault Ryoma decided he didn't want to live anymore.
What?
Because...
Ryoma only gave his life after That's not true. Since you didn't want to watch the movie, I guess you had no way of knowing.
What are you talking about?
That's not true at all, though. He was always like
Wait.
that. You're talking about Ryoma as if Ryoma saw that motive video. Can you just say you only checked the name and didn't watch the video?
Huh?
What are you getting at?
Well, you know...
Probably shouldn't have said anything, but someone has to step up and speak for poor Ryoma.
I told you.
I'll get to that in a sec. But why do you think Ryoma wanted to see his motive video? She was looking for a reason to live, isn't that right, Maki?
Why?
How do you know that? Oh my gosh, guys!
What?
It's been 3 hours! Let me stop! Swap motive videos? Didn't we agree not to show them to each other?
Yeah,
I remember. Because once you watch them, you've got a motive to kill.
but...
But if it shows something important to me, I'd really like to see that.
Hey,
Any idea who might be in the video?
No.
I don't. That's why I want to see it. Once I know I've got someone important to me, I'll have a reason to live again.
Jeez.
I've got a reason to live. that I've got a reason to escape here with you guys.
In other words,
That video might just give me a motive to live.
please.
That's true.
He was looking for a reason to live.
Well, you know.
Which means you shouldn't have shown him the motive in the first place. Yeah, what are you talking about, dude?
Ah.
Nothing. His motive was empty.
Huh?
Okie dokie.
Oh my god. Like, how much longer is this? Guys, I've got to stop. Why is this going on for so long?
All right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado... This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro! Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you. I'm so sorry. Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies. Sorry. Sorry.
Wow. I kind of actually thought it would be something like that. No one was important to him?
Always messing around.
That's what... If you saw something like that... He had none to care for and no one who cared for him. He found no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kirumi claim his life.
I see.
He must have just watched this video before I summoned him to meet with me.
It can't be.
Damn.
To hell with that, the damn moron!
But...
It's bad to have a reason to live, but it's also bad to have too many reasons to live.
Because...
That's why you do such terrible things, right, Kirumi? For too many reasons.
Yes.
You are free to judge me for killing Ryoma. I would bear the burden of being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people.
For everyone.
Because that is what it means to serve with selfless devotion. That's why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all meant saving the lives of men, women, children, and the elderly.
My apologies.
Gonta have question.
You need something?
Hey,
Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kirumi?
huh? Gonta.
Gonta, not smart boy, but even Gonta understand what everyone's saying. Kirumi should live, not Gonta. World needs her. I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to die, but Kirumi's life is way more valuable than mine. Kirumi's got the life of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulders, right?
Unfortunately.
Logically, Kirumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our collective survival would.
Jeez.
Maybe it would be better if we'd gotten the culprit wrong.
Huh? Oh, man.
Man, this is gonna ruin Shuichi. If Kirumi survives, the nation's future will be secure. What have I done? I'll say, oh my god.
Shuichi!
What kind of face is that? My sidekick, then suck it up.
Huh?
Hey!
It goes for all of you. Shit with this value of life shit.
Alright!
Life's not just something. You can't trade it or put a price on it.
Listen up.
And your life doesn't belong to just you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, even your neighbors.
I mean,
It's not something you just decide to throw away on your own.
don't worry about it.
So, we didn't do the wrong thing. Life's purpose is to be lived. As long as you stay alive, anything's possible. You can even go to the stars.
Of course!
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I want to live. I haven't even transferred to space yet. There's no way I'm gonna die here.
Please. But
He is right. I mean, you're right too, but he's an idiot, but he's right.
So divine.
Yep, he's an intuitive damned idiot.
Shut up!
Don't stop calling me an idiot.
But...
Maybe a stupid speech is what we needed to hear. Kirumi's starting to look shaken by it. Huh? Shaken?
Because...
Do you really think someone so desperate to live as Kirumi would give up so easy? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up even now. I mean, learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in her place.
Huh? But...
Monokuma would never allow such a blackened to escape punishment, so maybe she wanted everyone to rebel so she could use that as cover to escape on her own. How about it, Kirumi? Am I close? You are the most detestable cretin I've ever met. Exactly what I would attempt, and you allow me to explain anyway.
You mean?
You try to trick Gonta? Try to trick everyone?
Really?
Cut it out.
I'm not reading that. Enough! She was just trying to stay alive her own way. No one can blame her for that.
that is correct.
That's right. I must survive. Because I carry the weight of an entire nation on my shoulders. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. This request will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation.
You must live.
No matter what, I cannot die. That's how I killed. That's how, even now I refuse to give up.
Huh?
I see.
You still refuse. So what do you intend to do?
You must live.
I must survive, no matter what it takes. I must debase myself so I would drink filth and eat carrion to survive.
I will survive.
I will do anything to survive. I will survive. This is not going to end well for you, my friend. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Wow, that's like no one's ever tried this before.
I have to escape. I won't die here.
There's no way out though. There's no way I'm letting you out of here. It was ugly, raw, and she just ran as fast as she could. I heard my voice call out. Run!
Damn it!
Run! Run, Kirumi!
Please run!
Hurry!
Damn.
Hurry!
Hey, please!
Okay.
I will live. I refuse to die in a hellhole like this.
I don't think you have a choice.
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
For my nation. For my people.
This is very intense.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
It's interesting that no one's ever tried to run before.
I will not die!
Wow, she's being turned into a manga. What the hell? He made people? Strand of Agony? I wish I knew what those said. I can't read them. I can read some of them. Oh, I feel like something like that. God dang, Kirumi keeps getting half undressed in this trial. Like, you know, first it was during that final showdown thing. I was figuring that the way he'd been acting. I wonder how many times Monodam was going to get to kill before someone actually... Because I kind of feel like Monodam was pushed into it. You know, he was just being picked on the whole time. You know, he was trying to be nice, and Monotaro was just or Monosuke was just continuously always being a jerk to him. But still, it's like now he's killed 2 of them in a row. And with that, I am ending this episode. I'm sorry. I'm just tired of recording, guys. I did not expect this to go for 3 hours. Holy man. But yeah, this is a very good episode, very good trial, very good setup. Very satisfied with kind of what happened. I have a few complaints, but not nearly what I did after the first trial. You know, so thank you for tuning in, everybody.